tucked away in the Shenandoah Valley, Harrisonburg, Virginia, home to James Madison, father of the Constitution, and mother of some of the most electric crowds in all of college football when they come out to support the Dukes. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the James Madison Dukes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Buffaloes will kick it away to start. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So James Madison's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Here comes the heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
And the Dukes have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Gonna run it. It's Humphries. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game. Run the football. Great gain. Great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
Makes the grab. Made a defender miss. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
So now it's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Evans. Complete. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over him.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Dukes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Pocket breaking down. Tight end finds a soft spot. He is going nowhere. Stops at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dukes.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
Ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Colorado's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Here's the handoff. And the visitors start their day with nothing. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off the RPO, complete. Still on his feet at the 40. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. Got a man, it's Brooks. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to this.
There he goes. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Buffaloes look to keep this drive humming. The short hands, it's Miller. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. The give to the tailback. Makes a man miss. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on 3rd down to try to get a first down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense, rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking for a man. It's Evans. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you do?
And a sack all the way back at the 5. And the Dukes will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. That's reeled in. It's Miller. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Grab near the marker. It's Miller. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Man, he looks like he's in a rhythm on this drive, right? 3 for 3. He's going where he needs to go with the football. The defense doesn't have any answers for him. Find the offensive coordinator. I'm letting this guy keep chucking it down here close to the goal line.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? DB's right up on the receivers. Try to barge their way in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
And really good job knowing I don't get in the end zone. I got to get close to the end zone, be ready to break on the football as soon as they throw them. I can't give up any yards after the catch, and they don't right there.
4th down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. Slams it ahead. He is denied. Stopped just short of the goal line. Pushed his way to the 1 and could go no further. And they'll turn it over on downs. The Dukes are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll put it in play from their own 12-yard line. 1st and 10. Breaks the tackle. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Lewis wants to pass. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
We've come to the break, and James Madison is on top. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll keep it himself. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Buffaloes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Colorado!
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
And the point after is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Single back formation, and they give it to it. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Dukes are flying down the field. Dropping back, it's Evans. Hauls it in. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. The Dukes will snap it on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Humphries. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Got some room to run. He's at the 10, and it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Buffs!
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who is the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Wants to go up top on 1st down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Jukes his way for more. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Dukes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Power football with the run. Turning it on. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
Pulls it in. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Looking to throw, it's Evans. Makes the grab down the middle. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. The Dukes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. 2 of their 3 red zone trips have come up empty. They'd like to punch it in here on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he gets nothing. And this defense is not giving an inch right on the goal line. Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, James Madison.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they tacked on the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join Matthew Stafford and Stetson Bennett among the greats to play in Athens. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Kennesaw State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Snagged in the middle. It's Watkins. And he'll have the first down at the 42.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on 1st down. Lewis to throw. Makes the grab. It's Miller. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 20. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Humphreys. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Quickly to the tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups where you see, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety, so zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
To the air on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. At the 40, there he goes. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
And the offensive line and the quarterback has to do their job on screens. They got to sell, pass down the field, pass down the field. Offensive line releases. Quarterback now snaps his eyes to the running back. The running back does the rest with the big boys out in front, creating a path.
The give out of the gun. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Dukes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air, it's Evans. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
Finds his tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Grab near the marker. It's Miller. All by himself down the middle. He's at the and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Colorado.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looking for blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Lewis wants to pass. They'll run the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
He'll pull it on the read. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Buffs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He's going to take off. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
That's a great sign for this offense. Man, everything's been difficult so far, and you've dug yourself a huge hole. They're going to have to find some completions, find some energy, find some momentum somehow, because it's been a struggle out the gates.
Using the quick game. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. The Dukes will have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Evans. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Off the play fake. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They send the tight end in motion. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the connection.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
The screen, he's got wheels. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Got him downfield. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And the defense finally steps up, man. They've had a tough day down here near the goal line defending the pass. Like, he's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. Nice job on this play. Nice response. Try to get themselves back in the football game.
Lewis to throw. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked.
Man, really good job by this defense staying positive. They gave up a bunch of yards, got down towards the shadow of their own goal line. 2 straight passes, 2 incompletions, trying to just get off the field here with only giving up 3 points.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've had yourselves a great broadcast so far today in Harrisonburg. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's head back to the guys at Bridgeforth Stadium.
And the Dukes will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Here's the pressure. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone deep.
Lost one deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Buffaloes send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Throws to the wideout. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Lewis wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes, and that's exactly what they were thinking.
Free up the gut. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Buffaloes.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
45, James Madison, 14.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for a fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He lost one down the sideline. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Lewis to throw. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And he's already made one. The holder will put it down at the 26 for a 36-yard try. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
Keeps it and gets the first down. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. The Dukes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Evans. Right on the money. Breaks into the open. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got his man quickly. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Dukes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Just keeps slinging it. Rushes on him. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the 3rd quarter,
there he goes. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado. And they take it in for 6 more points.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And he added the extra point. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find...
He uncorks one deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Trying the left side. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They go to the ground. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on third down, right? At this point, you're almost basically
turning it on! Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
Well, we know the game of college football is always evolving and changing, and one of the biggest reasons why is the quarterback evolution. Dual threat quarterbacks. You're seeing two great examples.
Trying to get behind the defense. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. They'll go to the ground. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it, and it's been that way all day. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Lewis wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. The corners are walked up tight. The give from the gun. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. And the Buffaloes in a good spot here with second and short. Now they'll run the draw. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Buffaloes are on the move. He's got it on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It'll be third and long. Back to pass, it's Franklin. Got his man out of the backfield. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Navy is just getting blown off the field today. It's like they haven't even been competitive. How'd you like to be the network censor on the coaches show this week? They're trailing by 25 to Auburn. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Going to try to get it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Sets up the screen. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. The Dukes come to the line with a new set of downs. To throw, it's Evans. Pressure coming. At the 45, on its way. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. A really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Motion from the wideout. Second down, they'll go to the air. Bring in the heat. He'll pull it down. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see what they've dialed up on third and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from him. And you can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense, get him to the ground for no gain.
Oh, they're after him. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Wants to throw. It's Franklin. Looking deep down the right side. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He did not make it. A stone wall on third down. And the Buffaloes will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Makes a nice grab at the 25. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll run this play from the pistol. Using his legs, it's Humphries. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Dukes come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking downfield on first down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home.
Oh, he's got some space. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The offense set for a first down play. From the red zone, looking for a man. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Loses 3. Brings up third down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Under fire. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
Looking to throw, it's Franklin. Takes a hit as he fires. And he tried to put the touch on it, but it's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
He's got him. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. And the Buffaloes are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Bully ball on third and short. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
For the offense.